you're shining. Girl, you a diamond. You know you're priceless.
Hi, this is Larry London, the host of Border Crossings. We invite you to join us on our show today as we welcome into the studios an actor, a singer, and a songwriter. And the sixth and final member of the R&B group New Edition, Johnny Gill, joins us today. And of course, as a part of LSG with Gerald Levert and Keith Sweat, he has went on to record many albums, many hits, and millions of sales all around the world. In fact, as a solo artist, he has also achieved tremendous success, and he joins us to talk about his newest album, Game Changer 2. He also performs for us in our studios today, so please welcome to Border Crossings, Johnny Gill. Hi, this is Larry London. Welcome to Border Crossings. In our studio today is a Grammy-nominated multi-platinum recording artist who has traveled the world with his music. His newest album, Game Changer 2, is at number 1 on the R&B charts, and we'd like to welcome back to the Voice of America and to Border Crossings, Johnny Gill. It's great to have you here.
Man, it's great to be back.
Now, your 8th solo album.
Yeah.
And it's number 1.
Number 1.
Wow.
If you're not first, you're last.
I love that. What's the story with the new album? You've got some great talent. Sheila E.'s on the new album, Carlos Santana, a reunion with Ralph.
Yeah. It was just, my thing is always about just trying to stretch out, have fun, but yet as a musician as well as a vocalist, to be able to just be free to just express myself artistically. And this is just one of those albums where I got a chance to really stretch out a little more. Mm-hmm. So I'm really proud of this, of what we accomplished with this album. So it's been really cool.
Did you write all the songs yourself?
No, I wish I did. I'd like to claim them all, but I'd get sued. They were all my ideas.
Now you got some legendary producers.
Yeah. Jimmy and Terry, obviously, which we got. It was really wonderful, being able to come back into the fold with them. And then we have just new ones from Greg Pagani, who wrote quite a few joints for me, to Claude Kelly and what's my man's name that works with Claude? I got them all. It's so many of them, but it's been so many that we've collaborated with. And Black Elvis, he's out of Atlanta,
right?
And his whole crew, Philly, and just quite a bit of just great talented musicians and writers and producers. So.
Well, I'm very excited to hear the new music, and I know that it's been a few years since the last album, which was number 1 also, the last time we had you on.
Yeah, that's right.
So number 1 seems to be your number.
Yeah, I like that number. That's my favorite number.
So Johnny Gill, would you do a song for us?
Absolutely.
All right.
Let's see, which one let's do a little bit of this song is actually the first single off of the Game Changer 2 album. Mm-hmm. It's called Soul of a Woman. I just want to dedicate this one to all of our strong ladies out there.
All right, Johnny Gill is our guest here on Border Crossings.
Soul of a woman. Soul of a woman. Soul of a woman. Oh, no. It's such a strong connection. Unlike anything I ever seen. Feels like the right direction. Yeah. The warmth of your affection, I feel it watching over me. You got all my attention. When, baby, your love is so divine. It's just like paradise. When, and it's a beautiful design. Girl, you give me life. Ain't nothing like that. Come on. You ain't got nothing. Make you feel like $1,000,000. That's my baby. Ain't nothing like that. I'm talking about the soul, yeah. make you feel like my baby, my baby, my baby. I'm talking about the soul, yeah. Baby, 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 baby. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great song. And that's inspired by your mom.
By my mom. I remember when I played that song, and it was just in the demo stages, and she said, yeah, play that song. John, play that song. And I was like, you really love this, huh, Mom? And she was like, yeah. And so I said, here's what I'm going to do, Mom. I said, you can have it. I'm not even done with it, but can't play it for anybody, but here, this is yours for your own listening pleasure. And that was the song that I wound up going with as the very first single. And it went straight to the top. Went right straight to number one.
Well, everybody's got a soft spot for moms.
Oh, my goodness. And mother knows best.
She does. Well, how instrumental was your mom in your career? I know you started when you were just 16. I mean, that's when the journey began for you. You were kind of young. So parents must have been very important for you.
Absolutely. Well, you know, I grew up singing in church. My dad was a minister, and we sang in church all over the metropolitan area. And just always had that balance. I had not only just with my mom, but just a close, tight-knit family. And that's what I think that has brought me through even being in this business and being able to stay balanced and stable in this game, because it's a business that can take you all over the place. So, but being deeply rooted with family has been really, truly a blessing for me.
And you probably run a lot of your music by Mom because, you know, I'm sure she'll tell you the truth. She'll tell you honestly what. You
know, it's funny because what happens, and I do this with just friends and fans. You know, you play records, music, and you just see how people react. So I try not to allow them to have to sit and try to focus versus just you play it and it connects. You'll see it just something happens to the body. Something happens to people where they just react or go, oh, what is that? Or, oh, I like this. You know, so I love to just kind of let it happen organically.
Can you tell when a song's going to be a hit? I mean, when you put it out, you hope every song you put out is going to be a hit, but that's kind of in the business, that's tough. But when you have a song that you say, wow, this is different.
You know, you really can't tell. The thing that I do, and I've measured all my songs by, for me, is just how I connect with them. Because ultimately, listen, you can't have hits and hit every song out the park. And what's most important for me, my body of work, is listening to songs and being able to appreciate what I've done and being happy with that and knowing at the end of the day that I'm able to look back, listen to them, from all of my stuff. I can go back from years back to where I am today, and they still touch me in the same way.
And you're quite well known and loved for the ballads you sing, but I guess on the new album, you got a couple of more up-tempo songs that you personally wanted to add some up-tempo music.
Yeah, wanted to add, and you know, my biggest record in my career was an up-tempo, which was Rub You the Right Way, and then, you know, obviously we had other records like Fair Weather Friend, which is mid-tempo, to a song called The Floor, to Slow and Sexy. I mean, we've had some tempo records, and so I wanted to go back to and get focused on those because obviously after having 1,000,001 ballads, I decided I wanted to also, you know, go back and make sure that we have just some great, you know, songs that people can dance and bob their heads to as well. So I made a conscious effort on this album to do that. That's why we have Carlos Santana and Cherie and, like I said, Ralph, and you know, so it's just. We're just having fun with it. That's all.
What was it like working with Ralph again? I mean, bringing him back in.
Well, you know, we're very close. So I mean, I talk to him on the regular, and we hang out and all that stuff. So it was never like something that was like reuniting for us. I mean, we just, you know, we were brothers
together.
Yeah. So, but it's funny because he did the hooks on the song Perfect, and then he has a new single coming out on my label that's called All Mine, and I'm doing the hook on his song.
Oh.
So
keeping it in the family.
Yeah. And it's a great song. So we're coming out very shortly. So, but that's what being true musician is about. It's just artistically being able to express yourself, recognizing that it's important to be able to do so, but at the same time, not losing the essence of who I am and not trying to be someone that I'm not. So I'm just inspired as a musician. I'm inspired by just anything from lyrics to music to notes to beats to just things, stay open to,
Well, I know that in 2017 there was a documentary about New Edition, and it was huge.
Yeah.
Huge on many, many viewers. Any possibility of a reunion with the rest of the guys? Is that, I know you had done that a few years back, but, is that something?
We're working on something that's probably going to be hitting you guys very, very, very shortly. So, it's coming. It's coming together.
And you've got a film role, I read, where you're wrapping up a movie. You got another movie role?
Did, yeah, with my good friend Samuel Jackson. It was his idea. He's not really my friend. A friend wouldn't do that to a friend. No, that's my road dog. That's my partner in crime. We golf and fight every day. And it's just I love my Sam. That's so he thought that it was something I should.
What's the film role? Can you tell us anything about it?
I'm just
You're a bad guy, I think.
No, I'm a songwriter who wrote this song by the 5 Steps. Called "Ooh Child."
Things are gonna
get easier.
Yeah, great song.
Yeah. So, it's
nothing
gangster. I'm hard. I'm really gangster.
Well, back in the 70s, there was a lot of stuff going on in the music industry that wasn't really cool.
By the way, my support back here, y'all here, is my MD over here, Mr. Wizard. We call him Grand Poobah over here. Such a hater. That's all he drink is Haterade.
Haterade. And how about on your right?
His favorite drink. And this guy over here is Tommy, but this Tommy has a job. Not the one from Martin.
You got a job, though.
Wow. Well, Johnny Gill is in our studios, and what an illustrious career. You've been with several multi-platinum groups. You just talked about New Edition and
LSG.
Yeah. You've been around for a while.
Yeah. It was funny because just the other day, just going through some of my catalog and looking at some of the body of work, because I don't do that often. And when I want to change the show, you go back and we just go and revisit all the catalog stuff, and you just look and you go, wow, I've been around here for a while. Huh? What a blessing.
Do you have a favorite time period or a favorite kind of group or things like that in your background, or is it all the same? All huge.
It's all huge, but I because I just appreciate the art, period, and music. I don't care where and whom. It's just I have such a great appreciation for it, and I love listening to all types of music. It's amazing to me. I mean, watching how it's the funniest thing is I found that music is like air. We need it. And watching when you go to different countries and places where we don't even speak the same language, but yet something about music brings us all together.
Yes.
You can't, it's amazing to watch the impact and the power that it has.
And you get to experience something that many people don't, and that's when you're on stage and you're singing in English in a country that doesn't speak English, and they know every word to your songs.
It's truly amazing to watch that. That's what really mesmerizes me, to watch people that can't speak an ounce of your language, but yet they can sing the songs, and it's just amazing.
Do you have favorite places you like to go internationally and perform?
Love Japan. Japan, but Paris is not bad.
Not right now.
Yeah, not right now. But I love just traveling all over.
Right. Yeah. And any songs inspired came to you from your travels?
No, I normally just bring them with me.
Well, I know that you've got quite a fan base, and you sell it everywhere you go. And the fans, you've watched, I'm sure, grow up through the generations, because you probably have fans that started with you, and they're still there today, and they brought their kids along. So that's got to be cool to be appealing. You don't do the nasty, dirty stuff that a lot of artists have done. You keep it clean, and you
Watch
do a
out
great
now.
show.
I got a son, so I do some things. I'm going to get it twisted. He just turned 14 today. He's a big boy, too, yeah. Good kid, too. So, yeah, but no. And that's just because I take not knocking anyone else, because everybody do what they do, and music is a form of art, and I truly believe that everybody has their own taste when it comes down to art, and it's just, I don't know if there's a right or wrong versus just being true to your art, what you do, and for me, I have my outlook on what I do, and the importance of that level of responsibility that I know that I carry with what I convey through my message, through my music, is important. Very important to me.
And you've been inspired by some of the greats like Al Green, I read.
Oh,
and,
Al.
And even the album is a little bit, you got some Luther Vandross
yeah,
going
Lou.
on.
We got, the tribute to Luther on there, on the Game Changer too. Stevie Wonder. The list goes on of people that I've admired for many years that are part of my life, that are my dear friends. And I've been really, truly blessed to be in this business and then have those people that you grow up listening to be a part of your life and become a part of your family. It's like such a great reward.
And as far as your list of things you want to get done, I read that a Christmas album is something that
I've been
you still
working on
want to
that
do.
Christmas album for about 38 years now going on, and I'm getting there. I got some great stuff that I haven't. I don't know. It's hard to record when it's not the holidays. If you're not
Right, you're not in the
it's
Christmas
like,
mood.
How do you start singing Christmas songs right now?
Right.
Like,
Night in August.
in August. It's tough. But it's like I'm getting there. But I've never recorded a Christmas album. I have one song that they play every year, "Give Love on Christmas Day." But I've never recorded a Christmas album, and I have songs that we're piling up now. So we hopefully this time we'll have it ready to go.
A busy schedule, and I imagine you're on tour and going to go around the world for the tour as well.
And got more dates that are lined up, and we're working on now at this point. So I just love being in front of people, and I love doing what I do. And I mean, it's a blessing simply watching those that have come that even started when I started, that are no longer around. And it truly is a true testament for me to still be here and being able to do what I'm doing is just a blessing. There's no secret behind it. I think it's, just simply I've just been blessed. That's it.
Well, we're blessed to have you here in the studio, and also the great music you've given us, because music will live on forever. And so thank you very much for joining us. The album is called Game Changer 2, Johnny Gill. The iconic Johnny Gill is here in our studios.
Yes.
Would you do a song for us?
Yeah, let's see what other song we can do. You got to forgive me. I'm on California time right now, and I am in sleep mode. Someone did tell me, "Oh yeah, you can sing it. You can sing in your sleep." Well, here it is.
We want to talk.
Let's do what was the song? It would be you. Let's do that one. That's how we feel, huh? If I could have I'm dreaming. As a matter of fact, I take that back. Let me lay there inside of your love, listening to your heartbeat. Girl, ain't no feeling better than feeling on your body. Don't you move a muscle, 'cause I just wanna. If you ever took your love away, I can truly say I'll die right here today. Don't give me the world, I just want my girl. If I could have anything, I'd put it on everything. It would be you. I just want you. If I could have anything, I put it on everything. That it would be you. I just want you. Now what would I do and where would I be? If there was no you, there'd be no me. Think about that, girl. Yeah. Now what would I do and where would I be? If there was no you, there'd be no me, no me, yeah. If I could have anything, put it on everything, that it would be you. That I just want you, yeah. If I could have anything, I'd put it on everything, that it would be you. I just want you. Yeah.
Woo! Johnny Gill. Right here on Border Crossings. We are thrilled that you're here in D.C. Are you doing a show in Washington?
Just did a show at MGM, and it was such a magical night. I always enjoy and get excited to come home, to play at home, and boy, did they show up and show out, and we had a great time. And the only play, I play all over the world, and it's crazy because only when I come home is when I get really anxious to, where it's just, I'm like, I don't even get rested before the show, but just excited to just get home, to come home.
Do you, you've done theaters where there's 50,000 people, you've done stadium shows and festivals and whatnot, and then you've done the intimate, smaller venues. Do you have a preference in the audience size that you can connect to?
Clearly the intimate spots, because you get to touch and feel people, and you get to really, really just be, I feel like it's a real one-on-one, to connect with people. But it doesn't honestly really matter, because whether, for me, it's a feeling that has to come from within here for me. And whether it's a small place or a huge place, I'm still given this energy, this spirit that hopefully people can connect to, no matter how many people are in the room.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't realize this, but as an artist, and you perform night after night, and you have to pick yourself up. It may not be a good day. You may have a bad round of golf.
Yeah.
You still got to come back, and you got to get yourself up.
You got to get yourself up and understand that the responsibility that I know I take seriously, and that is bringing and delivering a message that affects so many people's lives. And so it's important that I don't take it for granted, that what I do, and understanding that even in my worst hours of being tired, you still have to, I have an obligation and a duty to deliver and do what I do, and what I believe God has given me this gift and this anointing for it. So I try to make sure that I keep full advantage and not take it for granted.
What's been the secret to your longevity, do you think?
I would just say just not taking it for granted, taking what I do serious, recognizing and understanding that even after 30-something years, this is not something that the good Lord has to continue to give me. I've seen many people that have had a great gift that no longer have it anymore. So it is a blessing, and I don't, like I said, every day and every time I step out there and put this mic in my hand, good voice, bad voice, doesn't matter. I give it what I have. I make sure that I'm committed to doing what I'm supposed to do, and that is to deliver my gift, my message, and do it as at the best level I can.
You have a great voice.
Thank you.
And a great message, too, in your music. I know you take a lot of pride in the songs you sing.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so, over the years, you've performed in many different places and had some great experiences. Can you share one of your fondest memories over the years?
Ooh, one of my fondest memories.
That's your fondest memory.
Oh, the fondest when I gave y'all a raise? Oh, yeah. I give them raises all the time. I tell them to raise up out of here and get to work. I'm a good boss.
I love that.
Fondest memory. Oh my God, there's so many, but I I talk about one of the people that that I truly admire, and that's Stevie Wonder. And Steve would come over to my house, and we would just sit around, and he starts playing, and we would start name that tune and start singing and start having, just like jam sessions. And I still say to this day, I've had great success in this business over the years, and still one of the greatest rewards to me is just having Steve in my life and just being able to, as a kid growing up idolizing him, and it's the toughest thing sometimes, even still for me to this day. We talk regularly, and it's like some days I still get off the phone and I'm going, after we've just got finished insulting each other, and then you go, damn, this is Stevie.
That was Stevie.
And this is family. This is my brother. It's just a great reward.
What's the best advice you got, and who gave it to you?
Stevie. He told me, Stevie and then my godfather. He was over at Weir for many years, and then he went over to Atlantic Records. But Stevie once told me, he said, whatever you do, he says, every day, man, you got to get up, you got to look at the news, read the papers, know what's going on in the world. Those are the things that are going to help continue to inspire the world, is because we're musicians and we speak for those that don't have a voice. And so we have to be aware and know what's going on, and in order for us to even creatively put great music out there, and making sure that we're speaking on behalf of those that don't have a voice. And then my godfather told me one day, my very first television show I did was the Merv Griffin show. And I come home, and I decided I wanted to play with my buddy in the backyard, and the kid next door was just hanging out, and I guess he just saw me on the Merv Griffin show. He wanted an autograph, and I'm playing in the backyard. My buddy throwing the football, and I was like, nah, man, like I'm playing football. I didn't know my godfather was standing there, and overheard the kid asking. He made me come to the door, and he said, come here. I said, yes, sir. He said, here's what I want you to remember. He said, when people are asking for your autograph, he said, I want you to remember something, son. If you don't remember nothing else, he said, always remember this, that a pen is much lighter than a shovel. And he said, so when people are asking, you try to be open and happy to give them an autograph. He says it doesn't hurt, takes a few minutes out of your day. And it stuck with me for years, and that was in '83 when he told me that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great advice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So what is the LA Speech and Therapy Center? That's something that's near and dear to you as well?
Yeah, I do so much work for charity work with people, but those are my babies, and they are just watching and looking at how so many of them that the doctor didn't give them a chance to be able to, or thinking that they can function out here in society. And God, from Federal Express to UPS, so many people have come and have lent their hand and help in teaching these kids how to function in society, because they're considered to be different. And so many have gone on to just live a full, productive life. And I love watching and seeing the growth, and they get so excited when I come, and it's amazing to watch them just blossom.
Mm-hmm. Well, God bless you. I have a son with autism that was diagnosed recently, so I really appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, well,
it's personal level.
They're so awesome and special in their own ways, and teaching them how to function and to be able to be comfortable and proud of who they are. And all those things that I think that is so important, and it's so crazy, because when you watch, we've seen so many of them that was diagnosed, and it was like, oh, the chances of them doing this and doing that, and it's like just taking the time and continuing to work with them and working with where they are and learning that this is where they are, what we're going to do, and how we're going to continue to grow and teach them and just be there with them. It's been truly amazing watching some of the things that you just see and you discover from them, that you just little things that they just do that you just hang your hat on for hope and just like, wow.
Well, thank you, Johnny Gill. And one last question before, because I know you got a busy schedule here in D.C. and off you go to your next show. But I did want to ask you about your memoirs. Are you writing an autobiography? Because you got a lot of stories to tell, I'm sure. Some good, some not so good. Some, you know, we'd all love to hear what goes on behind the scenes.
It's come May the 22nd, I will be reaching 54, and what a journey. Everybody's got one. I don't care who you are. We all have a journey. And the reality of it for me is my journey has been nothing short of great. And I tell you, looking back, if I had to do it all over again, I honestly wouldn't change a thing. Where I'm at today and the way I look at life and the things that, how my love for people and all the things that I've gone through in my journey has brought me to being who I am today. And I look in the mirror and I love this person. And I knew I could have never gotten here to be that person without the journey that I had to take. So I'm like, man, would love to tell my story.
A lot of people would love to read it, I'm sure, because you are a game changer. That would be the perfect name for your book, your autobiography, Game Changer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never worked, never worked.
As a matter of fact, you might be right.
Now, you played somebody from the Five Stair Steps, a big band from the 70s. We talked about that in a film.
Yeah.
Who do you want to play Johnny Gill in your story?
Denzel too old now, but we're gonna get no. You know, Luke James did a great job. Did a great job in the New Edition story. And I would say if I had to go back, if that was to happen, I would absolutely would like to go back with Luke again.
Okay, all right.
Luke really captured the essence of me, and we didn't spend even a lot of time. He just studied and questions he had, he would call me, but he just really took it serious. And I was sitting there looking, and you watch, and you go, wow. He did a great job.
But we got the real guy, the icon sitting here across from us, Johnny Gill. Thank you guys all for coming in and bringing us your music.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, to have you back on again, it's a thrill. It was great meeting you the first time, but to have you back again.
Yeah,
so
it's just truly my honor. And you know, I think, you know, you keep coming and getting these number ones. I think we got to keep this routine up.
That's it. It's working.
Yes.
It's working. Johnny Gill's our guest. Game Changer 2 is the name of the album. And we look forward to seeing you again the next album. Game Changer 3 or whatever the next album is. Johnny Gill in our studios. This is Border Crossings. I'm Larry London.